Hey, shalom, shalom. First of all, we want to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh, Shem,
Yahushai,
Shai,
Bashem,
Bashim,
Rakah, Kodash.
Dash.
Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops, elders, of great millstone. Peace and blessings to you, fellow brothers, pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity. Shabbat Chanak.
I'm the brother Chasaba.
Yeah, two brothers from the San Francisco Bay Area camp, coming back. Spirit allowed us to get back together and, do a lesson via StreamYard, just doing the will of Yah Bashamal Shai, the will of the Lord. And we just gonna roll in the spirit on this one. His brother, he got a couple of articles, which was all the spirit too, because I wanted to do something on it. So it's all the spirit about the this alphabet agenda. See what I'm saying? I got a couple of articles as well. We won't read through all of them, but the title pretty much gives us what we need, you know, what we need to fuel the ammo, if you will, to speak out against this wicked agenda that's being perpetuated in the earth by Esau Edom, the wicked elite. Okay, the small hats. So let's do this. Can you get pride go before destruction? Was that Proverbs 16, I believe, or 18, something like that? It's in a couple of places in the scriptures. Get that real quick, and I
Come,
want
I
to
got it.
go to let's go to the Wikipedia of Pride Month. I'm gonna share my screen. So just bear with me. Just give me a moment. All right, let's do this. The window, the entire screen. But let's just do the tab. Let's do that. And then let's do. Okay, yeah, we already did it. Okay. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna read a little bit about this. I got an alert on my phone yesterday saying that through the calendars, it's already built into the apps of all these phones. You see what I'm saying? All the technology that we use about this alphabet LGBTQ2 this that and the other. So now it's LGBTQIA. What the hell is that?
I,
I don't even know, but let's just read a little bit of here. This is Pride Month. Now before we do that, brother, go ahead and get that scripture.
Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction.
Right, pride goeth before destruction. So Esau, he celebrated a whole month of pride, which is really the whole year round. But they have the month of June, which synonymously, it's synonymous with the number 6 as well, the 6th month of the year. So you already know that, Esau, he's behind these things. Satan. It's all tied into Satanism. Okay, go ahead.
And haughty spirit before a fall.
Yeah, haughty just means pride. Lifted up. Give me a second. Excuse me. Loftiness, haughtiness, extreme pride, not just regular pride, extreme pride. Okay, because this is proud. This is pride against the heavenly Father, because Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm just starting to sneeze all of a sudden. Sodom and
God.
Gomorrah is pretty much example. The scriptures tell you that of those who shall live unjustly. So Esau's saying, to hell with that, to hell with the Bible, to hell with the Most High. We gonna do it our way. Okay, so let me just read a little bit of this. This is from Wikipedia. LGBTQIA plus, and every other year they're adding a new letter. I kind of want to know what the I was. What the hell is the I and the G? The I and the A. What the hell is that? Is a month typically June dedicated to celebration and commemoration of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. Okay. Observed in the Western world. See, it's not observed in it's not observed in the Eastern world. Okay, which the Western world is far left. right? Because you got the east. Because if you got north, south, east will be to the right, and west will be to the left. Okay, which is synonymous with righteousness and wickedness. The east holds more of the traditions, biblical traditions, and the west is just but as open. Pride Month began after the Stonewall riots, a series of gay liberation protests in 1969. So it was all a tactic of Esau. It's like the civil rights. Oh, by the way, this is all going on during the civil rights as well. These so-called liberations. It was all tied in and has since spread outside of the United States. So it all came from United States. You know what, brother? Can you get Jeremiah 51? Jeremiah 51, you can start is it verse 6 or 7? Verse
Flee.
7. Verse 7. Jeremiah 51 and 7. Let's bring that out. Because it said that it started from the United States and it spread. Go ahead, read that.
Jeremiah 51 and 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's hand
Mm-hmm.
that made all the earth drunken.
See, has made all the earth drunk, and now you got LGBT, the alphabet, and all these other different countries in Europe, which Esau controls Europe, but even within Africa, and we got an article about certain African nations standing against it. Okay, Asia, you got a large late what they call lady boy population down in like Thailand and the Philippines and stuff like that, and they be looking just like women. But that was spread. That wine was spread, okay, through Babylon the Great. When you go into Revelation, the 18th chapter, it talks about some of the commodities that were exported out of Babylon, and was the souls of men. The Elder Yashawamba, he goes into that every once in a while. Okay, so you captivated the souls of men through your wine, your philosophy. This was ex this was exported out of America, right? And then you imported goods, but you exported wickedness. Go ahead.
It says the nations have drunken of her wine.
Yep, the nations have drunken of her wine. They have likened themselves unto Babylon. Okay, and that goes for this alphabet agenda as well. You have a lot of those nations that come over so they can participate in the alphabet. You have obviously you see a lot of Moabites that be doing that, especially out here on the west. It'd be a Moabite cut her hair super low,
Mm-hmm.
look like and get a girlfriend. I had a Japanese chick tell me that. You just think she's just a regular girl. She was thinking about dealing with women. She thought she was I didn't really dig deep, but she wanted to be with girls. But see, she was in America. You see what I'm saying? She's in America. In America, they doubled down on that. They said, be free. They say, no, it's really a celebration. What you're feeling is really a celebration. You should have a prize. And if anybody speaks against you, they should be locked up. They should be thrown in jail. They should be put to death.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
It says the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah, that's all we need on there. Therefore, the nations are mad, and ultimately, when you continue to go down, they're gonna arise and come against you because you pretty much you messed up the whole world through your wicked philosophy. All right, the scriptures call you the mistress of witchcraft. This is all witchcraft to tell somebody that a man and a man that's actually something to be celebrated about. And then these Stonewall riots were a series of gay liberation. You set that up, just like the what's it called, the with Jake. Okay, you said the women's lib. All these things started to happen around the same time. All these liberating from the ways of the old way, the old path. Okay, let's read a little bit more. The concept of Pride Month began with the Stonewall riots, a series of riots for gay liberation that took place over several days beginning of June 28, 1969. And this is around the time you went up into the heavens as well, right? Will now set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down. So this is pretty much, hey, that's a spirit. This is all synonymous when Esau, Edom going down, as well as what? Jake coming up. This is the time of Abba as well. So this was a heavy time, and it's the late 60s going into the 70s. This was a heavy time. Revelation 11 and Revelation 11 and 8 on down. You know, the spirit of the heavenly Father. Right, we had dead our we were, you know, our dead bodies lied in a great city. That's the verse 8, and you continue to read down. But then it said after 3 days and a half, 1969. If you do the math, that's pretty much what is that? That 250 years or 3.5 days? Excuse me. Is it 2.5 days or 3.5 days? From around what 1619 to 1969. Let's see. Let me see if I can do the math.
And then also too, I had looked up some on Google as well. If it be edifying, Lord's will, I like to bring it out.
Okay, Con. Give me just 1 second. 1969 minus 1619. Woo! Look at that. Look at that. Because why do I say 1969? Right, 1969. That's when the bulk of the slaves start coming over to America. Okay, 1619. 1619 to 1969 is roughly 350 years. Okay, after 3 days and a half, as the scripture saying in Revelation 11 chapter. So that right there, that's prophecy. Because meanwhile, and that's when did Esau go into first launch to the moon? What year was that? 1969. 1969, baby. 1969. We might have. Let's get that in Obadiah real quick. What you got? You have something? Yeah,
well,
let's
I
get
do have
Obadiah really quickly. Hold what you got.
Okay.
Cause like I said, that's all synonymous, and I'm gonna read Revelation 11. That's heavy. This is all during. See, you were the civil rights movement. Okay, when? Let's go. Let's do this. When was the civil rights movement? Let's see what year that was. Key
was
years.
Like 70s, 80s, maybe.
Years. Okay, let's see. Some pivotal years was 1969, 1968. During that time, well, you had Martin Luther King. He was assassinated in 1968. So it's pretty much all around that same time. Okay, the mid to late 60s. That's when Esau actually started to go down. Give me a second. Okay. You had also you had what is it called? The Vietnam War. Okay, you had around the Vietnam War, right? 1955 to April 1975. So it was all around those same times. Okay, that's when Esau, in the 60s, the Vietnam War, the 1960s. They're all synonymous with Esau going down and then Jake coming up. But go ahead. What were you reading?
I got this Obadiah for you.
Okay, yeah, Obadiah.
You mean exalt thyself?
Yep.
Obadiah, it's only one chapter. Obadiah, let me see. The 4th verse, it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, And though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Yeah, that's when you started going to the atmosphere. You didn't actually go to the moon, but you went far above. You went you were the eagle. The eagle can fly the highest. So
Mhm.
you went farther than any other bird, if you will. If you were to be compared with a bird, an animal, you went into the heavens. No other nation was able to do that before you. The technology that the Chinese had, they got it from you. Okay, the rocket. Okay, the Germans, teaming. So you far surpass all the other nations on the earth. Okay, with your technology. But see, right when you did that, this is all during the time, okay, of these Stonewall riots, which was part of the gay liberation movement. Okay, also during that time, the 1960s was um, was it called the civil rights movement, and then you have the women's liberation, which their inception was a little bit earlier, but this is when they really start taking off because you had Martin Luther King. He died in 1968. So that was pretty much the end of that shit, you know. Okay, but then what happened simultaneously? You had Elijah coming back, okay, as prophesied by Yahweh Shai, okay, and in the book of Malachi to restore the hearts of the fathers to the children, in pretty much to bring us back to the Most High. Go ahead.
And then also too, as I'm reading this, Esau has been able to, gain access, to the air, so much so he's created a space force. The scriptures also speak about how he was able to call fire down from heaven,
Yep,
and I
yep.
believe that's going into, him dropping bombs, man, on these nations.
Mm-hmm.
You got Hiroshima and Nagasaki. If hey, that's why scriptures say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. If not, then where and who is he? The scriptures clearly outline these things, and he is I mean, he just matches up to everything to a T, man.
Yeah, because it's all prophecy. This is all this history is lining up when you get to understanding the secrets, right, which was revealed into the uh the servants of prophet. That's why we give double honors to our apostles and elders and the men that came before us, because what we're speaking is not like we got on our own. This doctrine has been going on, going dating back, starting around the 1960s when Abba came on the scene. Okay, and then from there, this is what we have today. Okay, go ahead.
It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Thence will I bring thee down, said Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And Esau's been going down. Well, we're reading about the alphabet, which you would think this will be liberating in his eye. This is all part of his agenda, but this is pretty much signifying the final end, pretty much the writing on the wall. Because there's never been a society that has been wicked and survived. They have their appointed time. Oh, it says that in Job, the 14th chapter, he has a bounds that he cannot pass.
That's right.
Okay, that's Esau Edom. So we're pretty much, we're at the cusp of Esau Edom being destroyed. Let me get that in Revelation, because as Esau, it's only balance, right? If one part of the scale goes down, the other part of the scale has to go up, right? That's science. Esau would say, right? But let me go this Revelation 11 and 11. And after three, you got to start up where it talks about we our dead bodies. No, let me start up at 8. Let me do that. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified, and that's America. Okay, which is also synonymous with Babylon the Great. Okay, spiritual Sodom, which look where we're at. Look at the article. We're going into Pride Month, right? And the scriptures say pride go before destruction. So that right there is fulfilling spiritual Sodom and Egypt, which Egypt is synonymous. It doesn't mean, but it's synonymous with captivity. Okay, the iron furnace, right? In Egypt, all the children of Israel were in captivity. in Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Now you have the white Christ, if you will, the other white meat. The real Lord of the Bible was crossed out. Okay, his image was taken out of the earth, iconoclasm, and now through much deception, okay, war, deception, witchcraft, okay, changing of history, revising of history. Now people believe that the Lord is an actual white man. Okay, and they are the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. That 350 or three days in a half is not is it represents 350 years. Excuse me. Each day represented a hundred years. Okay, and then the half, of course, half of that 100 years is 50. From 1619 to 1969 is exactly. Okay, do the math yourself. All you got to do is you put 1969 minus 1619. You're going to get 350 years. That will let me continue. I'm jumping the gun. And shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in grave, because what we were beaten out of our nationality. So we were not told that we're the Israelites. We were actually told that we're black, we're African American, we're Negro, we're Hispanic, we're this, we're that, we're Puerto Rican. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. Right, the whole nation of Israel, the northern and the southern kingdom, in a macro sense. Right, they were elated when they brought down the children of Israel, because we're a nation not to be reckoned with. Okay, when it comes to war.
That's right.
Okay, the nations, they have the records. They know what happened to them in times past. So they had to come and they had to move different. Okay, so when they actually got us during that 350 years and we were subdued under their hand, they rejoiced. Okay, and those gifts were slaves. Okay, as well as the relics and all the resources that we had. Okay, um, and after 3 days, and this is the point, but it all lines up. And after 3 days and a half, so after that 350 years, when we were just completely finished, right? Not knowing who we are, where we going because of slavery, of course, and not just any slavery. You beat our nationality out of it. That's why you separated a man from his children, the children from their parents. One on that plantation, one on that plantation. You forbade them to read in many cases, especially the Bible. Okay, you forbade them to actually speak their own language. Well, you have was it save the kill the Indian, save the man, right? Who was that? Let me see. Kill.
Well,
Go ahead.
if I could add this, it reminds me how the scriptures, he was going into how these nations, and the scriptures say how these nations was rejoicing. Well, they also said, "Let us cast their bands asunder." And they know that if when we're wrong with when we're in the wrong with our power, that we're helpless. You said we're a nation not to be reckoned with, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we're on the right side, we how about Shem Yal Shai? But guess what? All right, through the understanding that they have gained over these many years, they know that when we go off, all right, our kryptonite, so to speak, when we go off, we're weakened, we're unprotected, we're naked, we're a city without walls that's just made to be broken in.
Mm-hmm.
So they have completely taken advantage of that. When you have an enemy, is it not out of the ordinary for them to take advantage of that weak spot? If I know you're weak in an area, I'm gonna keep exploiting that area, and that's what these nations have done to us, constantly. That
Yep.
Just real quick, that even this topic, man. All right, this whole LG, this whole alphabet shit. It's crazy because the same month that they dedicated it for that, They labeled the whole month for Juneteenth. It's supposed to be for you so-called Negroes, man, which is a complete slap in the face, you know?
Well, you see how they combine those things together because the gay liberation and
Yeah.
the civil rights were combined. That really the civil rights came, and then they used that as a piggyback to bring in
Mm,
the sodomy agenda. So they've
right.
always been using Jake's plight to bring in what they really want. Okay, transhumanism, freakism, Satanism, ultimately. Now Satanism done crept up in there. They used the women too, women's liberation, and it was just okay. The man, you got to okay. We got to liberate the Negroes, if you will. Then we got to liberate the women. Then we got to liberate the freaks. And then from there, hey, you see how they weaken the nations. All right, this was all tactics to weaken the nation, but it was a point I made. Is what is it? Richard Henry Pratt, right? Kill the Indian in him and save the man. Richard Henry Pratt on the education of the Native Americans. So it happened with both the tribes, the Southern and the Northern Kingdom. All right. They well, let me read a little bit here. This resource includes the full text from Captain Richard Henry Pratt's speech, in which he used the now well-known phrase to describe his philosophy on assimilation: kill the Indian in him and save the man. The speech was what does that mean? Beat your heritage out of you. That you knowing you an Indian, you practicing, you calling on whatever god or gods you was, calling on and doing your dances and the different customs that you practice. Okay, the very speech that you speak, you got to kill it, you got to destroy it, and you got to assimilate. Okay, meaning absorb them into American philosophy, American culture. And that's pretty much the wine going back into Jeremiah, the 51st chapter. Esau has done that to all the nations. But see, he has not done that to the extent as he's done that to the Israelites. He completely took, okay, beat our heritage out of them. That's pretty much all I wanted on that.
Right.
But that's the reason why they what's it called? Them Gad, so-called North American Indian, they had to go to them boarding schools, and they were taken from their parents by force, and they were given um, new names. Well, the elder Gad in the camp, he got a story on that, how his grandmother was forced to go and live in those detention centers. I said detention centers, which that's what it was, but those schools, into what, to be assimilated into America in the American way. It's
Mhm.
pretty much modern day Hellenism. It's the same thing that the Greeks did. It's the same thing that the Romans did, because the Greeks and the Romans came back, okay, as the French, the British, okay, the Portuguese, the Spanish, okay, the American, okay. They're the same people, the Edomites, okay. Let me see the pride. That's pretty much,
Kind.
that's pretty much it on that. Let's get another article.
Yeah,
The
he
one,
came down like a dragon upon Jake, man. Do you see that? It's many. I mean, this dude, he makes many movies, but one that I'm thinking about is that movie Roots. You know, that's it's pretty famous. You know, in
mm-hmm,
elementary they was talking about it. You know, your name is Toby, or your name is
yep,
Toby. The whole time his name was Kunta, but your name, that just goes to show. They came down like a dragon, man. Here it is for that's an offense to where you be beaten with lashes. I mean, oh man, and like you said, brother, especially when they caught Jake reading, I believe that's a death penalty, right? You would damn near get put to death.
yeah. If you were caught reading the Bible, you were put to death. So why is that? You damn devils, you got to pay for that. Now Jake rejects the Bible, right? But that was all done by design. But see, what you didn't realize was, and that's why the nations rejoiced over us, because we were in a dead state. A nigga calling himself black or Egyptian, you're dead. Esau loves that. Well, the first Egyptologists are Edomites. The actual founders of Egyptology are Edomites. Okay. That's a fact. You can look that up. Okay, but that's Esau loved us in that dead state. But see, he didn't take it into consideration that the spirit of Yahweh Shai was going to come back upon us. That's a miracle. That's a miracle in itself. But that's all prophecy. Okay,
Mhm.
so we don't need to prove to vocab Haman Malone, okay, that agent, that snake, that we're Israelites. The spirit bear witness with our spirit. We're actually going into the history. It all links up. It all lines up. Let me read this Deuteronomy real quick. Okay, let me just share it because you were talking about how Esau came at us, right?
Mhm.
So this is Deuteronomy 28 and 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flyer. That's also synonymous with what? Esau. He came in as the Romans and as the Greeks. This was a symbol. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce continents, which you can throw in the Syrians, the Babylonians, the Persians, and the Medes. That's applies to, but much more Esau. A nation of
Mm.
fierce continents, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. And that's exactly what happened. Isaiah 47 tells you that. Okay. Let's just bring
And
down
then
real quick. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, where it says a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, the scriptures went into how you're not supposed to trust your enemy, trust not thine enemy, though he speaks sweet with his lips. And he came to Gad making these treaties and all of this shit, man, but he went back on it.
Right.
Here it is. The Lord made it to where this man, this devil, the perfect devil, he comes with an innocent face, like he means no harm. But what the scriptures say, but war was in his heart. That's always how it's been. All right, what did he say back? Actually, it's Esau. He said, the days of mourning my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. He's had this perpetual hatred, man, since back then. Oh well, really, since when he was Cain, man. All right, hating the righteous, man, and we've Israelites, man, we've been able to, all right, starting as the sons of God, been able to do the things that please Yahweh Shema Shai. And he was literally created to be the opposite, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, Isaiah 47 and 5. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, which the Chaldeans is synonymous with what? Babylon. They were the wise men of Babylon. So this is speaking about Babylon, okay? And if you go up, it actually tells you that Babylon. So this is speaking about modern day Babylon. It says, thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. I was wroth with my people. I polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Right. He gave us into your hand, Esau, through slavery. Thou didst show them no mercy. See, upon the ancient, thou hast heavily laid thy yoke, which goes back into what? The prophecy
That's right.
of the Most High sending a nation against us. That happened during the time of the Greeks, the Romans. Well, I mean, yeah, the Greeks too, because you had Antiochus, but Alexander, we pretty much we was in, Alexander, showed mercy, really. He took us over, but we were still set up. Okay. The Romans came in 70 AD, and then much more Esau in modern times. Okay. Before 1969, that's when Judah really Judah, Benjamin, Levi start going into captivity. But prior to that, you had the conquisition, okay, the conquistadors. You had the Portuguese, okay. You had the French. They were going in on colonization, okay. That's because the deadly wound was healed when you go into Revelation, when it speaks about the dragon, you know. Let's go into. Let me go into. Yeah, let me hit this one first. Give me a second, and then we're gonna hit the one that you had. So this article here says why 2023 is the summer of anti-alphabet panic. You see that? So now they're pushing anti this. Why the hell every other year or every 6 months there's an anti this, there's an anti that, which they equate anti with hatred, like you hating them and you killing them, and but that's all through newspeak. That's all through Esau Edom and his witchcraft. Target has well-established tendency towards prematurely embracing holidays, eager to get a jump on holiday sales. They often start displaying Christmas items in, say, October, eager more recently to jump on selling items for Pride Month. They put on a display in stores well in advance of June 1st. Yeah, they're trying to make it. Come on. We already know this is agenda. This is a secret council of the wicked. This is Esau Edom's spirit coming out. Okay. I mean, it's a small article. This year that turned out, no, it's more. This year turned out to be a problem. Sign up how to read this chart, a weekly data newsletter from Philip Bump. Let me see. Okay. It started with March Madness, Bud Light, eager to offset years of declining sales by appealing to new markets. And what does the market say? Nobody's fucking with it. So why are you trying to make that anti? Nobody's fucking with it. Sent novelty cans of beers to influencer Dylan McValley as part of a promotion. McValley did what influencers do and made a video about it, which she posted on Instagram, which this is a nigga.
Right.
Okay. The catch, as you probably know, is that McValley is a trans woman. So why can't she just be a woman? Why does she have to be a trans woman? Because it's a nigga. Okay. Bud Light, in inclusion of her in its promotion, however modest in scale, quickly became an element of the right's recent outrage at the presence and recognition of trans people in American society. So you see how they're putting the right and the left against each other. That's it all on this bullshit. You see what I'm saying? I don't even want to bring.
I got a quick precept for you.
Go ahead, brother.
Isaiah 5:20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil."
Yeah, woe unto you, meaning destruction. Ultimately, this place is going to go out, okay, in like manner as Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritual Sodom. Because here it is. If you're all about the market, right, letting the market dictate trends, right, which is pretty much the consumer dictating trends, what you like and what you don't like. If you put a product out there and ain't nobody fucking with it, then you like, okay, then nobody's fucking with it. We need to go back to the drawing board. But here it is. You see, you're pushing an agenda behind it. You're putting a product out there, and people really ain't fucking with it because you're trying to stuff it down people's throat, and ain't nobody messing with it. So now you're calling them haters, anti this, and this is a way that they're going to try to demonize you. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that category.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Putting you in that category.
And they're what's the word? Accusing you.
Mm-hmm.
They're accusing you at the same time. Okay. So let me just bring out, but see, not everybody's fucking with it, especially outside of America. Especially these African nations. Okay.
Oh yeah, God.
Bring this out.
Well, if I could finish this real quick, this little precept I had.
Go ahead. Yep.
God. Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. You know.
You can break it down.
God. Well, everything that the Lord Yabashim Shai said is good. This man's turned it around and said, nah. We're not gonna do it that way. Nah. You know, and he looks at you like you got 3 heads on your shoulder. Not even just that, but he puts it to where society looks at you like this. See, because it's one thing for, you know, a small group of people to, you know, kind of out you, but when he has the majority of his society to look at you some type of way, which is what he's doing through these articles, man. anti this, anti that. That this is literally the backbone of his kingdom, man. Pushing this. Okay, they're anti this. They're anti alphabet community. That's the backbone of this man's kingdom. But what? All of that shit. That's the opposite. The Lord Yabashim Shai have called these things abominations, and this man has did what? Nah, you can be yourself. Nah, you know, man, be who you want to be. Do as thou wilt. But that's gonna lead you to death. That's darkness.
Yeah, because Uganda, which they got to be Jakes, probably mingled in with some Hamites, whatever. But even then, all the heathen nations, they're not going to be completely destroyed. Okay, Esau, Edom, this guy, he gonna be completely destroyed because he's actually pushing this down your throat. He's saying you gotta be like this. Okay, so let's read a little bit here. Uganda's new anti-homosexuality law bans identification as the alphabet.
Right.
Okay. Uganda's parliament. And so why the hell are you in other people's business? It's not your country, right? Does Uganda come over here and tell you what you can and what you can't do? So you see Esau, Edom, or you see America, and why these nations they gonna shoot the missiles at you. Has passed sweeping anti-gay legislation that proposed tough new penalties for same-sex relationships and criminalizes anyone identifying as alphabet. While more than 30 African countries, including Uganda, already banned same-sex relationships, so the majority of the African nation, they ain't messing with it. The new law passed on Tuesday appears to be the first outlaw merely identifying as, the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer. Human Rights Watch says. This ain't about Human Rights Watch, but see, Esau Edom, he hides himself behind these organizations that seem benevolent to the untrained eye. But really, it's the opposite. The A's have said it. Parliamentary Speaker Anita Annette Among said after the final vote, adding the bill passed in record time. Yeah, because they ain't fucking with it. And they're using the same structure of government, that you use, Esau. So it goes through, a bill has to be, that's also part of the wine. All right. You giving them democracy. But the people have spoken, right? The people have spoken. They're not messing with that trans shit. They're not messing with it. Because the majority of the earth, they don't mess with it. It's only a small population that's actually part of that, not even 2%, 1%. But they're trying to act like that's the majority. Okay? And they're trying to get everybody to accept it. Which most people have accepted it. Okay, all right, cool. You're gay. All right, cool. They accepted you niggas. What the hell is what's up? You got a whole month to yourself. Okay, you can wear your rainbow flags. You're in the workplace. What's wrong? See, it's more than that.
Yeah.
Okay? It's more than that. They want to completely distort your everything. They want to mess up everything. They want to and also they want to legalize pedophilia. That's what they're on. All right, and they want to put a man with machine. So it's bigger than a man loving another man, which is really, it's all about your lust. That's what Sodom means. It means lust, or I'm sorry, burning. It's all about your burning lust one from another. Okay, that is just filthy and disgusting. I'm done with that. Let's bring up the other one with Uganda.
Okay, I got a quick scripture real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, get that, and then just break it up. Break it
it says, Micah 2:1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. So everything that we see, all right, everything that is what's the word in this man's media, all right, Esau, Edom, everything that's projected to us is something that they've been talking about, something that they've been in councils about, all right, with the spiritual demon Satan. All right, the scriptures say that they can get no sleep unless they cause some to fall, so these things are strategically planned out. Okay, yeah, put this out. It's not even June yet, and they're already talking about how people are going into Target, knocking down things, and it's just this big. All of a sudden they're getting these death threats and all. I mean, all of this stuff. But what? It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity." Who is that? Esau, Edom, man. Who runs the world? All right, you so-called white people, which is not about your skin color, but the majority of them, they just so happen to, have that type of skin complexion. It says, "And work evil upon their beds when the morning is light." It says, "When the morning is light, they practice it." So you working evil upon your bed, right? That's at the night. And when the morning is light, they practice it. So that means constantly, nonstop, man. All right. It says, "Because it is in the power of their hand." Now in the book of Revelation just speaks about that red horse that was sent to take peace from the earth. This type of thing, these type of things take peace from the earth. Why? Because when you have a society that's built upon this alphabet community shit, and anything that displeases the Lord, it's gonna bring war. It's not Exodus 15:3. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is a man of war, and especially the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's face is set against those who are against him, man. Those who do evils. The Lord's face is set against evildoers. So you've predicated and promoted your society to be about nothing but wickedness. And we already know Yahweh Shai said, "They that hate me love death," and Yahweh Shai come in the name of Yahweh, man, his father. You know, so he's able to do these things, which it's according to prophecy. But it's in the power of his hand, man, to take peace from the earth. And it's because judgment has to come down. A lot of spirits got to pay for a lot of things that they did in their past life, and not just only that, but it's just all. This is how the Lord Yabashim Shai wanted this story to go. We just the messengers. Don't hate us. We just the messengers.
Mm-hmm. So let me
Which
just
really,
bring
they
this
gonna
out.
hate us anyway. But you got it.
Yeah, well, the scriptures say they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. They abhor him. What is that?
Speaketh uprightly.
Yeah, the speak of right. Was it Amos 5 or Hosea 5? Let me see something. Yeah, Amos 5:10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate. We rebuking it.
Mm-hmm.
We're rebuking this wicked, evil activity. And they don't like to hear that. They don't like to hear that they're going to be destroyed. They don't like to hear that that's not the way that the Most High wants things to go down. You being with another man, or a man being with another man, or you pushing the alphabet agenda, you pushing alphabet rights. They don't want to hear that. So they hate. So what do? They're gonna blame you. They're gonna demonize you. They're gonna categorize you. Okay, and say they're going to say that you're a hater, when it's really them hating us.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it is. It's all projection. It's all tactics of witchcraft,
And
enchantments.
that's cold, bro. Your pod. They hate themselves. You know. Oh, you have to hate yourself, man. You putting yourself in a position where you walking down the path of death. You know
But
what
they're
the
they're
scripture say?
so
Oh,
bugged
Salakia.
out. They're so bugged out, and they're burned in their lust,
Mm-hmm.
that they don't see nothing else but a man with a man. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. And also, nothing happens to him. They prosper. So they don't even see any consequence to their actions, any repercussions to their actions. It's reaffirmed, okay, by Esau Edom. But see, these African nations, as we're reading here, Uganda parliament passes extreme anti-LGBTQ bill. And why is it extreme? It's extreme if you're a sodomite. That's why. Because
Mm-hmm.
you can't be an open sodomite in Uganda, or in 30 plus countries in Africa. They'll put you to death. Okay, so that they can't have that. That's extreme. But you see how they put those terminologies on them. Oh, this is extreme. Well, just like they classify the Israelites as black identity extremists. It's the same tactic of the devil, categorio, as you said earlier. And this is from a Hamite too. Could be a Jake, okay, or Reem. What is this? What is he? Nigerian.
Naiko.
Is the Uganda Tanzania research prior to Human Rights Watch was trying to, yeah, he probably Tanzanian or one of them. He could be Jake or he could be a Hamite. Uh, where he okay. He recently he was at Alliance for Historical Dialogue and Accountability fellow at Columbia University. See that? So he tapped in to Columbia. That's a high level university. Okay, that's a that's one of the top universities. Or Oreen graduated with a degree in law from the University of Eswanti and a master's degree in international trade law from University of Turin. But he's tapped into the West. Okay, so
I got a precept to what you just read last as well.
go ahead.
John 3:19, and this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world,
Mm-hmm.
and men love darkness rather than light.
Yeah, it all goes back to that you know men love darkness rather than, I mean, that's plain. They actually love wickedness. They love evil because sin, the scriptures say sin is sweet. See what I'm saying? It is sweet. Just like them cookies and them cakes. Of course, a child will prefer ice cream over broccoli. Of course, you will love that feeling that you ate. You had that brownie and fudge ice cream and the cookie crumbles and the sprinkles, and you had the lemon cakes and the banana breads. You had the bagels and you had the chips and yeah, it tastes better than a fucking a vegetable stew. Yeah, of course, yeah. But what's better for you? What's really righteous? That vegetable stew. You sick? You need to be eating that vegetable stew. Okay, you need to be healed up. You need all those plant photochemicals, as Esau called those. I'll just say you need the nutrients from the plants. You need the healing medicines from the plants. Okay, to get your mind right, you need to be eating the garlic to cleanse your blood, clean parasites. You need to be, you know what I mean? You need the broccoli. Broccoli sprouts, they help with cognition, brain function, as well as you got high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease. All those things can be really solved through a clean diet, high in plant-based foods, right? But you want the milks, the pus. Inside joke. You want the pus,
God.
okay? And now you're jacked up. So yeah,
Right.
but the pus is good. The ice cream and the flan and the cakes and the cookies and the, you know what I mean? It's good. The what's it called? Niggas love banana pudding. Yeah, chocolate pudding and all that. It's good. It's sweet. That's sin. It's sweet. It tastes good. But ultimately, what does it bring? Death. Just like a fucked up diet. Ultimately, it catches up with in your teens. You pretty much you cool. In your 20s, you ain't really got too many problems. In your 30s, things start creeping in. Your 40s, then you like, oh man, now you on some type of prescription now. Late 30s, going into your 40s, 50s, you finished. 60s, you might not even be here anymore.
Yeah.
Because it ultimately it caught up with you. How many people that are in their, I know people right now. I literally know them right now that are in their 50s on all type of medication, in their 60s, all type of medication. But then you look at their lifestyle. They were living a sweet, delicious lifestyle over excess and all the wrong things. Now they all jacked up. Right? But Esau says it's okay. Hey, come to me. I'm gonna jab you up. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you that. Don't even worry. I got you. But ultimately, what happens? You live a sad and pitiful life until you just shrivel up and die. And we're not gonna feel sorry for you. The knowledge is out. Okay. It says, so I mean, it's pretty much going into the same article as we read earlier.
Oh
Yesterday
well,
we brought up. Go ahead.
oh Salaki, you can finish that. I was just gonna tell you I wasn't done with this little precept. You got it
Okay,
though.
yeah, now read it. Read it. Slack it.
Okay, con. It said John 3:19. It says, and this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light.
There you go.
Me
Going back into what we read in Amos 5 and 10, right? And it are a was is not the light risen upon us? Does not the Lord tell us to let our light shine? Right. So we have the light, which is His truth, and they don't like the truth, because this will all go away if everybody just accepted wickedness.
Mhm.
If everybody will say, okay, yeah, it will all go away. But there's light still in the earth. This is going against human nature. And Esau has been successful in, social engineering and giving the world this wine, this philosophy, this wickedness, that sweet, that taste of sin, that sweet taste of sin. But now now it's time for you to be judged. You only could do it for so long.
Right.
Go ahead.
The joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Yep. Job 20, the 20th chapter. Go ahead.
It says, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light.
Yeah,
Neither
hateth the light. Everyone that doeth evil hateth the light. That's why when you tell your parents or your uncle or your aunt, and shrimp, shrimp is unlawful in the Bible. Man, they gonna proceed to curse your ass out. You tell them they just have red lobster. You sit down at Red Lobster, they get the shrimp, they order the shrimp, and you say, hey, uncle, the Bible says you're not supposed to eat shrimp. This nigga gonna look at you, nigga.
Yeah, that's gonna be a stain on your name. They ain't never gonna forget that.
Oh, and you never gonna get invited nowhere.
Nope.
They're gonna be talking shit about you. So he right then and there, he got a newfound hatred for your ass. He hates you now because all you're telling him is something right. See how cold-blooded that is? Because all you're telling him is something righteous. So men love, and this is really talking about Jake. Okay, because when you go up, God so loved the world, this is actually talking about the Israelites. But we can apply it to the heathen nations, especially Esau. Okay, because who are they using mainly? Okay, to push his agenda on Jake. Why did Kamala Harris go over there to Africa and try to give him millions of dollars so they can push this LGBT bullshit? Why aren't they doing it to other nations? Because they want to pollute Jake. They have a hatred for Jake.
Mm-hmm.
They love to see what's that nigga name? I'm gonna pull up a picture of this bitch ass nigga. What's the nigga name that did that cowboy hat wearing nigga?
Oh, Lil Nas X.
Your little Nas X.
Oh man,
He
Lord
got the
Williams,
Dallas.
dark shit, man. That
I'm gonna
nigga
do the
name
best
come
that I
with some
can.
shit.
I'm gonna do the best that I can. This nigga came in as like a cat. Hold on. But slack it, bro. Hold on, this nigga. Why? That's why they push these niggas and give these niggas millions of dollars so they can do shit like this. Okay, let me show you this. In a viewer discretion is advised. It ain't that
Yeah.
bad, but it's bad. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, I'm gonna show it for a little bit. See this?
Oh my gosh, bro. I
Let me
seen
try
that
to get
shit.
away from the nigga. But this is, you see, this is the nigga. This is a nigga. See that? This is a nigga. And people walking around like this is normal. They love Esau loves to see Jake like this. Zoom into this nigga, man. This nigga, man.
Yeah, ain't nobody saying shit to him, man. You know you an Israelite? Ain't nobody saying that shit to him, man.
He ain't trying to look at this nigga, man. The Most High gonna do away with niggas like this.
Not for
Little
sure.
Nas X, he's done. But Esau, he loves that, right? Okay. Was you done on that scripture?
Nah, just another
Okay, go ahead.
yeah. It says, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither
Mhm.
cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved.
Yeah, because and that's why you don't see a million plus Israelites on the other side of the camp trying to get this knowledge. They ain't trying to hear this. They actually they heard a little bit and they hated it. Oh no,
Hmm.
hell no. That's evil. But what Esau's doing, that's great. Because Esau give him a fried chicken sandwich, allow him to go to the club, allow him to go into a school system, you know, give him some Hennessy, give a nigga you gave a nigga an iPhone and Fruity Loops to make beats. Oh, the nigga you got him forever. Okay. So Jake ain't trying to hear what because the scriptures require action and you gotta suffer. So you think, I gotta believe in God and suffer? Nigga, you out your mind. I'm about to play this video game. To hell with you. That means you gotta put down the video game and you gotta study. Oh, to hell with you, nigga. I'm putting down I'm not putting down this video game. I'm not putting down this hookah. Niggas start vaping, start drinking every day, start smoking, clubbing, DJing, playing video games, partying, gossiping on the phone, watching reality TV.
Everything but the Lord, man.
Everything but the Lord. Men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. And men did not come to the light, least that their deeds should be reproved. Right? Because when Jake comes to these videos, Jake get cut. As
Hmm.
we all did coming into this thing. Like, damn, I was a demon. I gotta repent. I gotta do better.
Hmm.
If you was commit adultery, I can't commit adultery no more. If I was eating pork, I can't eat pork no more. I love shrimp. Well, I gotta cut that out because the Most High said that's wicked. But a 2/3 is gonna say, man, to hell with that. I'm why? Because they're engulfed with their lust. Because really a lust, man. If a fucking shrimp come by me, bro, I'm upset. I see a nigga
Yes.
eating a shrimp. If I see, even when I see it on TV or just on a video, a nigga, I was watching a video, just a random video, and a nigga was on the beach somewhere. I think he was in Brazil, and they came by. It was one of the locals selling, shrimp on a stick, and it cost like $2. Man, you get this only $2, man. Nigga eating the shrimp. He on the beach and shit. You see nothing but them Brazil, them Brazilian women. There's some
Nah, for
sexy
sure.
women too. They ain't nothing but whores too. They got the bikini, the thong, and they wear the thong bikinis, the G
Mm.
string thong bikini. So you seeing nothing but just ass. So that's like a paradise. The same dude, he went to Morocco and went to the beach, and he complained in the video that the women don't really show their body like that because that's a Muslim nation, and you got a lot of the Moroccans are Jake. But he complained and said, "Yeah, we got to go to a different beach." Because he wanted to see the lewdness,
Hmm.
because that appeased to his flesh. He don't actually want, a woman in her right state. And we all been bred like that because you got the social media, ass everywhere. You're like, God damn, it's them lusts. You get that urge. You're like, man, I was, the big breast, the big booty, slim waist. So that's all your mind is actually after. That's what you're chasing. And you see them jakes that be chasing after that. You see what position that they're in. Okay. Um,
I got two precepts real
Okay,
quick.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
First John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If
Hmm.
any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Yeah, so you loving the world and that LGBT WWE dot all that's about what love. They they have a slogan: "Love is love."
Mm.
So, but love is still love, which they don't even know what love actually means according to the Bible.
Hmm.
And the Bible is the only book really the only outside of people's feelings. See, your feelings they can say, well, somebody else feels like this, so you're trying to say their feelings are wrong. But see, the Bible outright speaks against it and is um uh, uh globally recognized as a form of law, right? Because most people in the world are either Muslim or Christian, and it all derives back to the Mosaic laws ultimately.
Mm.
Okay, so there is a form of what? It's a form of moral code, moral standards. It's really the only thing that's actually speaking out against this agenda, right? Now that is in control of the true Israelites. But this LG, WWE, whatever, that's against human nature. But see, they can change human nature through witchcraft,
Mm-hmm.
okay, in their eyes, right? But they're not going to be able to change the elect. The Most High is going to destroy this place, okay? So the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life is not of the Most High, but it's of the world. So all you people talking about love the world, and that's how they was able to inject this philosophy, is through that love BS.
Mm-hmm.
Now they want to love on your child. Now you people are complaining, but it was you, the same people that was saying, I don't see what's anything's wrong with it. If two men love each other, two women love each other, ain't nothing wrong with it. But now they got it in the stores. Now they're teaching it to your children how to blow Rod, 8-year older, his first blow job. There's actual books. There you can't look. There's actual books on it. Unless you're under a rock, and you don't know what the hell is going on, there's nothing I can do for you. But this is the reality. This is where we're at. We're at the end. Okay, just like Lot. Lot had to go through the same shit. But ultimately, what Lot was, he was delivered, right? His woman, what happened? His woman loved it. And who's the main one reaffirming it? The nigga woman. Okay, she loves it.
Nah, for sure. That bitch right there.
How many, how many, how many sons did the nigga woman? How many sodomites did the nigga woman birth? Or really, how many sodomites did the nigga woman
Train up.
train up? Okay, take care of and build up to be full blown, full blown homosexuals. I'm pretty sure Lil Nas X. I'm pretty sure he had a single father. He had a single mother. He probably nowadays the father and the mother, because they weird. They both weirdos. They got a situationship. And the woman, and you see, I see it all the time. 9 times out of 10, every time you see a man and a woman together with a baby in a stroller, the man is pushing a stroller. This shit is completely. Oh my god! Literally every single time. Just watch. Just watch it.
No, for sure.
The man is pushing a stroller. That's all psychological. Who really runs this relationship? The man is doing the duties of the woman. Now in today's society, hey, sometimes some things happen, but the overwhelming majority, the scriptures say, women rule over, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Oh, also they declare their sin as Sodom and hide it not. See what I'm saying? So this is
Mm-hmm.
definitely where we're at. Where you at? You done with that?
Yeah, pretty much. I got one more, and then
Okay.
two. I had made. That's a spirit though. I had made a lesson of like 2 days ago concerning that. The Target, they got little kids backpacks and shit. It says unconditional love.
Oh,
Unconditional love. That shit's super satanic, bro. That means
oh,
that I'm gonna love you under whatever. It's literally no condition. It's literally nothing that you do is gonna make me stop loving you. That shit's super satanic, but that shit is children's backpacks and shit, bro. That they're pushing that shit on children, man. That's literally hate. Unconditional love is the word hate, but a sweet way of saying hate,
yeah,
man.
it's a euphemism. See what I'm saying? It's new speak. Let me bring this out really quick. This Jude
God.
1:7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh,
Mm.
are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. All right, this is why that fire is coming. One of the main amongst all, I mean, shit. The Most High got. Do you get the Most High gonna do away with the whole land of America? There's hundreds of millions of people here. America has to be that sacrifice. So there's going to be a large slaughter, if you will, a large sacrifice here in America because of what's going on. Them going after strange flesh, fornication, which is adultery. Also, you got spiritual fornication, which is, worshiping different gods, different idols. All that is going on, plus more and more and more. You got whole children trafficking rings. You saw that picture with the Island Boys?
I didn't even see it. I would imagine
Yeah,
it's
you
probably
saw
some
it was a
dark
picture.
shit.
It's a picture with the Island Boys that's surfacing on the internet, right? With him, the two they're young, maybe like 6, 7, maybe 8 years old, with Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh yeah, I see this shit.
And then you wonder why they so bugged out. And that goes for a lot of these celebrities. Okay, there. Oh, you had little what's the name? There's always a name named Little. You had Little Yachty. Little Yachty, he was pretty much trained up from a youth. He was tapped in. Justin Bieber, all these dudes were tapped in at a young Little Bow Wow. All these dudes is tapped in. Okay, I was done on that. You got it, brother.
Come. Just real quick, this was a Google search that I did. It says what is important about June. One thing that they highlighted, it says June is known as a great month to get married. That's just one, and that reminded me of the scripture. As
Eating
the
and
days of
drinking.
Noah.
Yep.
Yep. As the days of Noah were, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving into marriage. And at that same time, the Lord Yabashim Shai, hey man, he, you know, came
And
through with that
also it
flood.
says, as in the days of Lot too. It's the same
Mm.
thing. That fire came down.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
It says this was under the category of people also ask. It says, what is June month known for? It says there are several awareness months celebrated in June, though the five that often get most mentioned include Alphabet Pride Month, PTSD Awareness Month, Gun Violence Awareness Month, Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month, and Immigrant Heritage Month. And something that they didn't mention is basically the whole June is for Juneteenth now. That's a net. I think they declared that like what last year, 2 years ago, a national or an actual American holiday now. Juneteenth. Associating that shit with Jake, man.
Yeah,
Like you.
they put Jake in there first, and then now they got the whole alphabet in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you niggas was the Trojan horse to get that alphabet in there. And niggas don't even see it.
Yeah, that was just that part. That was interesting, to see all of those is all categorized as June. You got Nate. It's June.
It's
Hey, Lord
June.
knows.
Ain't no microchip.
Lord knows what happened. And then I got this last precept, if it be the
God.
will of the Lord. This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as the Book of Sirach, chapter 10 and 12. The beginning of pride is when one departeth from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
And
And it's
and
hard.
and the what America has done has departed from the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai. You see what I'm saying? And they went completely left. But that's just literally the spirit of Esau, man. Esau is the man of sin. So see, we're not surprised, if you will. Okay, this is what I mean. We're enlightened. The Most High enlightened our eyes. So the shit that we're seeing, it only makes sense, even though it doesn't make sense. It only makes sense according to prophecy. But that's how we know ultimately that what Esau and his rulership, starting with America, is going to go out by fire. But you can finish that.
It says, and his heart is turned away from his maker. And that's what you see, man. You see this whole month is literally dedicated. All right, this was the definition of pride in the Bible. This month that's about to come up, man, starting tomorrow, June, is a month dedicated to departing from Yahweh Shem Shai. Basically, it's a big F you, man. It's a big middle finger, man. Not even a middle finger, man. It's a big, damn near they're trying to put your ass to death, man. Which we got to see more. There's many things that has to happen according to prophecy. They're not. It's not written for them to overtake us, man. We will Lord's will we get the victory, but we know for a fact that the elect will get the victory. But we're coming into a month, man, where all right, all kind of witchcraft is just going on. The brother brought up how concerning Esau's calendar, June is the 6th month, man. So it's high level witchcraft.
Yep.
Slander.
And I was telling the brother earlier how I seen at least 3-4 of those things. It was niggas. It was women too, but mainly big, tall. It was one nigga. It was a pure nigga. It was a man, like Asian or white or something like that. Bulky, fat nigga. He had a cut off shirt, hair coming up his belly and shit, and it was just some. I'm like, what the fuck? But you can't even look at it and discuss because, Esau, they'll call Esau and they'll lock you up.
Mm-hmm.
Or they spaz out on you. And if you defend yourself, then, now you caught a case. So you just got to act. You literally got to act like you didn't even see it. It might be at the cash register. You just got to act like you didn't see it. Like this is not a man or this is not a woman or a thing. Can we finish off in 2 Peter 2 and you can start at 5?
Come. With 2 Peter 2 and 5. Start at 5, right? Not the Most High Spirit.
Start at 5. It's cool.
Okay. 2 Peter 2 and 5. It says, "And spare not the old world, but save Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness."
Right, and that word preacher is synonymous, I should say not synonymous, but it means the same thing as prophet.
Prophet.
Preacher to say before. So Noah was a prophet in his time, prophesying about the time to come, the flood. As we're prophets in our time, speaking about the fire to come. Okay, no new thing under the sun. Go ahead.
It says, "Bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly,
Mm-hmm.
and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes."
Ashes. That's what America's getting ready to be. Ashes.
That's right.
You alphabet community. Okay, you're gonna have these nations that's going Gog, Magog, which is modern day Russia. You're gonna have Iran. You're gonna also have the beast, okay, which is NATO and the EU. Your ally Edomite nations that's gonna help burn you with fire. Okay. It said the beast shall hate the whore. All right, and what do you do with a whore? You burn her. Okay, according to the judgments of the scriptures. Go ahead.
"And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example to those that after should live ungodly."
So Esau proud because here it is. You said as you believe in the Bible, but you set up a nation that goes against all the tenets of the Bible.
All of it.
Okay, and this very sin, there's an example of how people live this way and were destroyed by fire. Right? Go ahead.
It says, "And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked."
And we hope and pray that we are in the spirit of Lot, okay, and that we're delivered like Lot as well. Okay, we are the Lot of our time, okay, which is synonymous with what? The elect. Okay, just like Noah was synonymous with his time, the elect, just like Enoch, the elect. And these were all times Elijah, the elect. These are all times that the Most High delivered certain men and their families from the earth for a particular reason, whether it was destruction, okay, or not to be defiled, okay, which that's pretty much what's going on now. Because if we're left here, us and our children, we're going to ultimately be defiled or put to death. Okay, go ahead.
Basically become a spoils. He that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. It
Uh-huh.
says, for that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds.
Right. And we see that their deeds, their words, okay, and they're bold too, man. These sodomites, they super bold. And you can't, like I said, you can't even say nothing against them. All right. Well, they might even take down this video. They might call it hate speech. This ain't hate
No,
speech.
for sure.
This is true. All we're doing is bringing out the scriptures. But see, that's they gotta ban the Bible in order for them to fully classify this as hate speech. You see how the PETA they uh wrote a vegan Bible where they started with the Book of Genesis. They used Chat GPT to write a Bible that's vegan friendly. So what the hell? Who the fuck would read something like that? Okay, so yeah, man, we in that time. Destruction is. Oh yeah, as you know, pride is going to be increased this month. Hey, them judgments.
Full
We're gonna
swoop,
see
Lord's willing.
a high. Hey, y'all, Bashima Shai willing, we're gonna see a high increase of judgments this month. Okay, Esau might even do some false flags on the alphabet community too, just to bolster,
Mm-hmm.
his stance, double down. Okay, on his agenda. Go ahead.
Get the emotions of these people.
Uh huh.
It says, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations
Mm-hmm.
and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished.
And that's pretty much, basically what's going on. The Lord is reserving you demons, all right, for that great day of fire. Okay, and He's going to preserve the elect. He's going to deliver the elect out of that fire. What is that? Zechariah 13. Go ahead.
But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness.
Yeah, the burning, the lust of uncleanness. You, a man with a little boy, a man with a dog, a woman with a woman with a group of men, a woman with a group of women, a woman with an animal, a man that turned to a woman, and a woman that turned to a man, getting it on. That's all madness. Orgies. That's madness. Sex toys, jumping on sex toys and sticking things. That's all madness. Popping animals, and that's all madness. All of the different all that pornography. That's all madness. All wickedness. The Most High gonna pay you people back for that. All you OnlyFans models, the Most High gonna pay you back. Okay. All right. That's all uncleanness. And what has that bred? Poverty, drugs, okay, psychological issues, all right, marriage issues, why men and women can't come together and agree, okay? It's because of wickedness, it's because of evil, it's because you departed from the ways of the Heavenly Father, from the Bible. Really talking to our people, to hell with you, other nations, destruction to you. Go ahead.
And despise government.
Mm-hmm.
Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusation against them before the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed,
Mm-hmm.
speak evil of the things that they understand not.
Yeah, it goes for men that came in the truth and fell out of the truth or teaching false doctrine. Okay, Jake in a brute beast spirit, but that goes for, you people in that alphabet agenda. You're a brute beast,
Sure.
made and taken to be and get ready to be destroyed ultimately. Es más.
Yeah, I just finished off this sentence. It says, speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption.
There you go. I mean, that's pretty
Follow
much it
me
on
in.
that. Hey, we gonna just close it up. You already know what it is. We in that time. A great judgment's coming. I wouldn't be surprised if Most High just started putting a whole bunch of people to death during this month. Okay, to let you know that He ain't with it. Okay, So until next time, shalom to elect.
Shalom.